All right, happy feast day of All Saints. On to part 2 of words. Maybe there'll be more parts. All depends on what I get done in 5 minutes. But part 1, I still can't figure out why the little et padres imagery at the beginning was kind of upside down and backwards. Don't know. When I make this one, I guess we'll figure out if we get it straightened out or not. But words have power. Words create. Words are impactful. Even look at the first recorded conversation in the Bible. Sadly, not with God and Adam. They just have loving communion. Not even with God and Eve. All Adam makes is a statement about Eve. Eve makes no response. What's the first conversation? Between Adam and Eve and Satan, the serpent. That's the first conversation. And of course, it is the serpent talking to Eve about the forbidden fruit. And Eve knows basic, simple truths, which she should have stuck to. But we don't do a very good job of it either. There's Kitty. She desires something, but not the forbidden fruit. Oh, she's behind me. Anyway, back to Adam and Eve and the serpent. The fruit's appealing. And the serpent plays off of the curiosity to be like God and know both good and evil. And that is the half-truth on which humanity falls. Because what did Adam and Eve know at that time? Nothing but good. That's all they know is what is good. And Satan takes a half-truth and a half-lie. You will know good and evil as God does. Because although not in the same degree that God does, they'll know evil because they commit evil. God knows evil because he abhors evil and rejects evil and condemns evil, but grants freedom, which creates a possibility of evil to exist. And Satan even says, oh, you won't die. Well, not immediately. And I say this often. If Eve had dropped over dead the moment she took the first bite, I guarantee you, as simple as we guys are, we wouldn't eat that fruit. We'd be like, not good for me. I'll pass. But that's not the case. She didn't die immediately. Adam, that's a good deal. That must prove that Satan is telling the truth, the serpent is telling the truth, and he eats the fruit too. And then both their eyes are opened, and they're open to what they have done, and so they hide from God. Well, words contain power, and power to illustrate, to illuminate, powers to deceive and mislead. And we really want to examine our use of words. Like, I didn't put the political siren at the beginning of this thing, though I could. For instance, when we look at immigration, there are migrants and there are illegal aliens. The temptation now is to group both of those in the same group as immigrants, but they are not the same thing. One group comes here legally and the other does not. And so then we get to the word legal. What does it mean that something is legal, that it is a law of the country? It may not be just, may be unjust, but it is a law or it is not. You know, I consider abortion unjust. It is a heinous act. It should be criminal. It's not in our country. It is legal. But I don't go out and terrorize abortion clinics and encourage nobody to do that. We want to work to change hearts or change laws. And that's the way we end abortion. Of course, maybe the Supreme Court will help with that in the near future. One can hope. But words convey meaning and importance. And when you use words to deceive, it's just a horrible reality. Like this caravan coming from the south is not a group of immigrants. I mean, they could be if they come in legally, I guess, but they're not planning on it. It's planning on an illegal entry, in which case they are illegal aliens. They are trespassers, criminals, wherever you want to look at. Not malicious criminals necessarily. Some of them could be. We don't know. I mean, there's a couple thousand of them. But we obscure the meaning of things. Few things infuriate me more when I hear good Christians say, oh, undocumented workers. No, they're more than undocumented workers. They are people who came here illegally. And that's just one example. There are all kinds of examples of where the manipulation of words by the press, by the media, by the talking faces on TV and the internet have manipulated things. Part 3 tomorrow or someday thereafter. Bye-bye.